The aluminum body has both pluses and minuses. Replacing moving parts, such as the hood or doors, will not cause any problems. But it is almost impossible to straighten a damaged aluminum part. A crack, gap, is formed. In addition, replacing soldered and glued body parts is not a cheap procedure. And in case of serious damage to the frame, it is impossible to restore it. On the other hand, ASF technology is truly the highest level in corrosion protection. Audi A8 D2 was offered in two versions with a wheelbase of 288 and 301 centimeters. The top version with a 6-liter W12 could only be long. This version did not have fixed configurations. The client himself tuned the car for himself and, as a rule, spared no expense. ESP, power seat adjustments and multi-zone climate control are commonplace. In addition, Webasto autonomous heater and navigation, large screen, are often found. New in the class was front-wheel drive. The predecessor was serially equipped with the proprietary Quattro all-wheel drive system. In the case of the D2, all-wheel drive is standard on the 4.2 V8, 6.0 W12 and 3.3 TDI versions. In all other cases, he demanded additional payment. The base was the petrol 2.8-liter V6, a reliable engine, without any serious claims. The aspirator has two varieties with 12 and 24 valves. In the secondary market, it does not cause much interest, except for those who want to purchase an A8 with a manual transmission. Mechanics was theoretically proposed with a 3.7-liter V8, but in nature such instances are very problematic to meet. The 4.2-liter V8 won't be faulted for durability, but it won't be cheap to run. The engine has two modifications, 32-valve, 300 to 340 horsepower, and 40-valve, 310 to 360 horsepower. Both have distributed fuel injection, so they easily tolerate the installation of gas equipment. However, the cost of restoring valve seats after long-term operation on gas will cause horror, even for the most persistent. The timing drive uses a toothed belt that drives only the exhaust shafts. The intake shafts are interconnected by a chain. After the purchase, you should be ready to replace the timing belt, as well as the chain and two tensioners. A symptom of a malfunctioning chain tensioner is a knock when starting a cold engine. In addition, valve timing regulators wear out with age. Diesel modifications of the first A8 should be avoided. So the 2.5 TDI V6 is famous for its low-grade 150 horsepower camshafts. And although the version that develops 180 horsepower is practically free from this problem, many owners are haunted by the high-pressure fuel pump. The engine does not start after warming up. 3.3 TDI V8 is a real masterpiece of technical thought. This is the first VW diesel with common rail injection. In addition, it has two turbochargers and a timing scheme similar to that used in a 4.2-liter naturally aspirated petrol. Unfortunately, the design and location features are such that, if necessary, even minor repairs have to be removed. Don't count on cheap substitutes. This unit was produced for only 3 years, 1999 to 2002, and was used only in the Audi A8 D2. In general, the car requires a lot of money to maintain. If something serious breaks, after all, age, then the cost of repairs can easily discourage. A solid investment may also be needed for the suspension, multi-link rear and front. The cost of 17-inch and 18 wheels isn't as intimidating, but remember that the Quattro drive requires all 4 tires to be the same. The advanced age of the model inevitably brings problems with the Tiptronic automatic transmission. Fortunately, electronics are rarely a cause for concern. Most often, only the automatic headlight leveling sensor fails.